Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story that came out in the Miami Herald, October 7th, 2019. They are saying we're going to have a bad flu season. Don't you always find that to be very strange how so many people in this society get the flu shot and the flu still ultimately turns out to be bad, even for people with the shot? But that's how it's been for the last few years. You got to know that when they come out with these shots, it's a hit or miss. And we have seen them miss on many occasions over the years, and people, even with the shot, end up getting sick, and some of them even die. Flu season, it could be especially bad this year, doctors say. Here are 5 things to know. And I want to know, how do they know these things in advance? Are they putting something out here? A rough flu season just wrapping up in Australia could mean a worse one in the United States, where flu season is just starting, the New York Times reports. It's too early to tell for sure because sometimes Australia is predictive and sometimes it's not, said Dr. Daniel B. Jernigan of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. But the best move is to, they're always encouraging the vaccine. The 2018-2019, the U.S. flu season ran from October to May. NBC News reported as many as 40 million people caught the flu and up to 61,000 died. Ooh, that's a lot of people dying from the flu. What's the forecast for the flu this season? Flu seasons in the Southern Hemisphere, where winter just ended. So winter just ended in Australia. Can sometimes help predict the oncoming U.S. flu season. NBC News reported in Australia, which counts flu deaths differently than the United States and has a much smaller population, 662 people have died of the flu. The New York Times reported hospitalizations and nursing home outbreaks were at moderate to high levels, said Ian Barr of the World Health Organization Research Center on the influenza, according to the publication. The flu season began 2 months early in Australia, NBC's news reported, dominated by a particularly virulent strain dubbed H3N2. Cases of the flu in the United States remain low, according to the latest update by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. But a 4-year-old boy with underlying health issues has already died of flu-related illness in California, the Riverside University Health System reported. We should never forget that the flu still kills. Yes, it does. And usually it's the most vulnerable, babies, children that are sick, and elderly people are always the usual targets. Dr. Cameron Kaiser, public health officer for Riverside County, a death so early in the flu season suggests this year may be worse than usual. Who was most at risk? Children, older adults, pregnant women, anyone with a chronic health problem. That's right, because if you have health problems, that means your immune system is compromised. And healthcare workers are especially vulnerable to both the flu and the potential complications like pneumonia, WebMD says. People with asthma, diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and a compromised immune system due to cancer, HIV, or other conditions are among those also at risk, according to the site. And, and that's true, because when my mother was living, she had heart disease and she had to be hospitalized whenever she got the flu. It was like automatic, but she was always able to overcome it and come back home. Doctors at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention suggest getting a flu vaccine before October. Yeah, and if they don't get the right strain of flu, everybody's going to end up walking around here coughing and gagging. The concern with delaying it is that some people might have the opportunity to get vaccinated. So they're just pushing vaccines like they always do in these stories. They always do. Okay. What else can I do to avoid the flu? Avoid people who are ill and practice good hygiene, constantly washing those hands whenever you come in contact with things. So you want to do that over and over throughout the day. I do it naturally because, especially in the summer, if I'm out doing a lot of yard work and gardening, then I have no choice but to wash my hands a lot. So I'm like one of those people that's automatically in the habit of doing that. It's almost like breathing to me to wash my hands. Also avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth and disinfect surfaces that may be contaminated by germs, the CDC suggests. If you do fall ill, stay home and limit contact with other people to avoid spreading the flu. And you know what? I agree with that. I remember when I was working in corporate America, there were quite a few people that came to work coughing and wheezing and gagging. I think that's not right. Or they'll send kids to school like that instead of keeping them at home so they can get past all of it. And all you do is you help spread whatever they have and whatever you have. And that's not right. But ladies and gentlemen, they're saying a bad year. And I wouldn't doubt it. We've had last couple of years have been bad. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.